Long ago, the world was covered in darkness. Gods were still creating this world. One god, the Black God, was busy arranging the stars in the sky. These stars were meant to be a guide for people living on Earth. Black God took out a single bright star. He reached far out into the sky and placed it precisely in the north. It became the North Star, the star that never moves, which guides the nighttime traffic. Next, he picked out 7 stars and placed them near the North Star. Black God now turned to the east. He took 5 more stars and placed them in a pattern. Then he reached to the south and created first a big one and then 3 stars below it, called rabbit tracks, because they look like the tracks of a rabbit in the snow. Then he made the first slender one. Black God placed several other constellations in the sky, and then he carefully made a copy of Diwali, the stars on his temple, to put in the sky. Black God decided to take a break and sit down to admire his work for a little while. As he looked up, he admired the shining stars, which would provide the people on Earth rules to live by. As he did so, the coyote was silently watching the Black God in action. Coyote was always hanging around looking for trouble. He was a trickster. Coyote approached Black God and asked if he could place a star in the sky. Black God immediately refused him. Coyote again begged Black God to allow him to place the star. Reluctantly, Black God gave a coyote a star. In Coyote's excitement, he hurled the star into the sky. The star immediately turned red and started to wander. Black God became angry, and his frustration sent Coyote away. Coyote was upset because he didn't think the star was so bad. In fact, he thought it might be better than all the other stars, so he intended to tell this to Black God. While Black God was busy arranging all the rest of the stars, Coyote crept up behind the Black God and snatched the buckskin that the stars were laid on. Black God ran after him. Before he could reach Coyote, though, Coyote wildly flung the stars into the dark sky. Soon there were stars everywhere. Black God saw that there were too many stars now for the people to count, let alone name. Coyote turned to Black God and exclaimed, "The skies are beautiful," and he ran off into the first starry night. Black God realized that although the stars were meant to guide people, now they would have to discover their way on their own. The star that Coyote had first placed became known as the Star Without a Month, or sometimes simply as the Coyote Star. This red star is called the Mayo and means the one who roams, and only can be seen for a short time. To the Navajo, it's a symbol of trouble.